YouTube, what's good? SafePills90, back again with another video. And in this video today, a long-awaited video, I'm going to show every single one of you my Nintendo 64 collection in its entirety. This is definitely a monstrosity, to say the very least. This might take a couple parts, hopefully. Well, with the YouTube limit being now 15 minutes, or unlimited time, so could go either way. Let's start things off with the game that started it all for the N64, for me at least, and that is Super Mario 64. One of the very first games ever to come out on the Nintendo 64. I know everybody has this, including Aubrey S1987, Matthew VG1698, Ben S71287, Wahama Mama, Number One Fan, etc., etc., etc. Great game. I don't have all 120 stars on it yet. Definitely will. I might do a review of this soon if I decide to come out of retirement doing videos. Next up, we have Mario Party 1. Definitely one of the best board game-based video games in the history of video games. Mario Party 1. For shizzle. Next, we have Mario Party 2, the sequel to Mario Party 1. This is Mario Party 2. And this one has different stages in it. Like, Mario Party 1 had the Donkey Kong Kingdom, the jungle, whatever. Mario's Rainbow Castle, Peach's Birthday Cake, Luigi's Dungeon Room, Wario's Battlefield, and Yoshi's Tropical Island. And in Mario Party 2, we have levels such as Horrorland, Mysteryland, Adventureland, Cowboy Western Land, etc., etc. Pretty much anything, any land is in Mario Party 2. And it's a great game. And also I have Mario Party 3. I haven't really played this game really that much lately. I don't remember how it goes. It's probably the same as 1 and 2. And I know it has Waluigi and Daisy in this. So I'll probably give this game a shot. Maybe on camera. Next up we have Mario Kart 64. Player's choice. This is quite possibly the greatest racing game in the history of mankind. Definitely a great game. A great racing game. A great Mario. If you're a Mario fan or a Nintendo fan, you have to have this game. I have beaten every single race on this. Every single level and challenge, etc., etc. So yeah, Mario Kart 64. Following up with the Mario games, we have Mario Tennis. What can I say? It's Mario and tennis. I love it when Luigi goes. Luigi cries when he loses. Oh, 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 it's beautiful. Mario Tennis, definitely a great game. And the last Mario game I have is Mario Golf. It's Mario and golf. What more can I say? But nice shot. Yeah, it's a good game for the Nintendo 64. Next up, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Definitely a collector's item. If you have this, hold on to it, especially if you have it in the gold cartridge. Yeah, I know they did a reboot of this game on the GameCube, but it's not as good as the original Nintendo 64 collection, or Nintendo 64 game. Definitely a good game. Next, following up, we have Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask, like this holographic type thing. I'm not sure what that means. Front spine back. Let's see. This game is the sequel to Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, obviously, and I personally think that the Ocarina of Time is better than this. Haven't played this in a long time, but I will very soon. On camera, maybe, maybe not. Next up, we have my favorite game in the history of all time. Well, one of my favorite games of all time, Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64. No shit. I have beaten this game previously on my APizzle90 channel, and I have done it. I have beaten this without losing a single life. And that includes me. That includes my life, too. Definitely a great game. I am definitely going to do a review of this very soon if I come out of retirement. That will be the first game I do. Next, we have Pokemon Stadium 1. Pokemon Stadium 1, featuring all 150 Pokemon going to battle against each other. What more can I say? It's Pokemon going up against more Pokemon. Next, Pokemon 2. Basically, Pokemon Stadium 1 with the Gold and Silver Pokemon from Pokemon Gold and Silver. So that's basically Pokemon Stadium 1, Pokemon Stadium 2. Next up, we have two of the greatest baseball games in history of video games. We have Ken Griffey Jr., or Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. Definitely a great baseball game. If you are a baseball fan, I highly recommend you get this one, along with Ken Griffey Jr.'s Slugfest. It's basically this and this. These are two of the greatest baseball games in the history of video games. So yeah, definitely check that out. Next up, everybody has this one. No surprise. It's here. It's Wheel of Fortune. Aubrey has this. Matt V268 Matthew. Menace 727, Muhammad Mama, #1 fan, and the YouTube user who must not be named because he's a troll. Definitely a great game. If you're a fan of game shows, might do a review of that soon. Next, we have Jeopardy. Everybody I just mentioned has this one too, except the difference between this one and Wheel of Fortune is that this one is extremely difficult. So I will not do a review of this. No way. No how. Next up, we have GoldenEye 007, based off of the 1995 feature-length movie starring Pierce Brosnan. Definitely a good game. Definitely a good movie, but an even better game. Oh yeah, can't go wrong with GoldenEye. Next up, we have The World Is Not Enough, which is based off of the 1999 James Bond movie, featuring Pierce Brosnan, from EA Sports. It's in the game. It's definitely a good game. Highly recommend it. Next, we have Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Haven't played this game in a long time, so it's... but I know it is the first Tom Clancy game. And if you're a big fan of Tom Clancy, like the Ghost Recon and Splinter Cell and stuff, you should get this game. It also comes in the black cartridge too, which is pretty cool. It was one of the first games to come out with the black cartridge. Next, we have Star Wars Rogue Squadron, a great game for you Star Wars fans. It features a bunch of flying in different ships in the Star Wars series and blowing up TIE fighters and shooting the Death Stars and Darth Vader and stuff. Luke Skywalker, you know the drill. It's a good game. Next up, we have Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. This was another one of the first games for the Nintendo 64, along with Super Mario 64. But this one is... it's pretty good. It's a good Star Wars game, don't get me wrong. I haven't made it past level 6. So that shows you how big of a fan I was of this game, but nonetheless, it's a great game. Highly recommend it. Banjo-Kazooie. It's a bird and a bear's. It's a bird and a bear's backpack with his penis up his ass or something like that. I don't know, but it's a good game. Great game. Great game from Rare. With a lot of puzzle pieces and saving Banjo's sister. It's a good game. Next up, we have Banjo-Tooie, which is the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie. Haven't really played this game a lot. We'll give it a shot sometime soon. Not on camera. Maybe on camera. Next, we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. I believe it was the last produced Nintendo 64 game. This came out in August 2002, and yeah, this is the last game for the Nintendo 64. Personally, I think the PlayStation 2 version was a little bit better, but nonetheless, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Next, we have South Park. Oh yeah. This is also on the PlayStation, but the difference between this one and the PlayStation one is that in this one you can throw pea-covered snowballs, which is pretty funny. So you can throw those at turkeys. Yeah. It's a good game, South Park. Next, South Park Rally. Another racing game, not as good as Mario Kart 64, but still it's South Park and it's racing. And it's a good one at that. Next we have South Park Chef's Love Shack, which is kind of like Mario Party, but it's with South Park. And the question, it's kind of like a question and answer and then mini game thing, so it's okay. I won't, I might do a review of that very soon. Next we have Yoshi's Story, featuring Yoshi. Duh. This is a very good side-scroller. Probably the best side-scroller on the Nintendo 64. Definitely a very good, very, very good game. Highly recommend it if you're a fan of Yoshi or if you have a Nintendo 64. Next, we have 1080 Snowboarding. What more can I say? It's snowboarding from the Nintendo 64, and it's player's choice, and it's a very, very addictive game. Next up, we have Gauntlet Legends. This was an arcade game way back in the day. Might do a review of this very soon if I come out of retirement, but it's a very good game where you get to eat turkeys and blow shit up. Speaking of blowing shit up, we have Fighting Force 64, where, well, you get to blow shit up. Featuring a bunch of dudes and dykes and stuff. It's a good game, nonetheless, if you like beating stuff up. Next up, we have Rampage World Tour, another classic arcade game where you get to blow shit up. I definitely will do a review of this if I do come out of retirement. This will be one of the first ones I do, along with Star Fox 64. But this is a very addictive, extremely addictive arcade game. And as well for the 64. And the last one for this part, can't believe I am actually going to say this, but I have Superman 64. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have one of the worst video games of all time. Yeah. What more can I say about this? It's not really a Superman game because you get to fly through rings, pick up cars, and repeat. Fly through rings, pick up cars. That's basically all this game is known for. If you haven't seen the Angry Video Game Nerds review of it, definitely check that out. His review is definitely spot on. I agree 100% of what he said about this piece of crap. That is it for part number 1 of my Nintendo 64 collection. Stay tuned for part number 2.